The concrete felt blazing hot through my thin shoes as my father pushed me out of the moving vehicle. I stood there in my graduation robes while he adjusted a massive luxury designer box in the back seat. He told me that failures did not deserve rides in premium vehicles and ordered me to take the public bus. As the sports car sped away, I realized my entire family viewed me as completely disposable. The transit vehicle smelled like damp metal and exhaustion as I climbed inside. Sitting near the rear, I gathered my graduation gown tightly so it would not drag across the filthy floor. The surrounding commuters looked away, assuming I was just another broken college student weeping over her bleak future. They had no idea about the massive digital empire I had quietly constructed while living inside a tiny closet apartment. My smartphone vibrated with a message from the family group chat. My mother had uploaded a photo of Madison smiling in the front seat, cradling her expensive orange box. The caption stated that they had finally removed the useless baggage from their lives. For years, I excused their cruelty by blaming their busy schedules or their favoritism toward Madison, but this explicit public mockery changed everything. The emotional pain vanished instantly, replaced by a freezing wave of absolute clarity. This abandonment was not a simple mistake or a spacing issue inside the luxury car. It was a calculated ritual designed to keep me beneath them so Madison could shine brighter. They needed me to suffer to validate their own shallow status, but they forgot one crucial detail about my secret life. I accessed my private financial database and viewed the legal confirmation from the federal trade regulators. The massive technology conglomerate I founded during midnight hours had officially been acquired by global investors. The impending bank wire was authorized for over $1 billion in liquid capital. My parents assumed they were discarding a broke graduate, completely unaware that they were stranded by a literal billionaire. The massive university arena buzzed with 20,000 shouting spectators and proud relatives. I walked through the main entrance, keeping my focus locked entirely on the elevated luxury seating area. My family did not possess passes for that exclusive section, but Gregory and Deanna always forced their way into premium spaces. They were already recording Madison for social media, completely ignoring the commencement speakers on stage. The microphone crackled as the university president stepped forward to deliver an unprecedented announcement. He spoke about a historic graduate who achieved monumental global business success before even receiving her diploma. The entire stadium grew incredibly quiet as he announced the youngest self-made female billionaire in history. My father looked up from his phone, his financial greed instantly piqued by the mention of massive wealth. The giant digital screens magnified my face, causing my parents to freeze in absolute terror. The color drained from the face of my mother while Madison dropped her recording device in shock. Suddenly, their expressions turned from horror to absolute desperation as they scrambled over the security barricades. They sprinted toward the stage, waving their hands and loudly claiming credit for my historic academic achievement. My mother rushed forward with open arms, expecting to share the global spotlight and my newfound fortune. I stepped directly toward the primary microphone and addressed the entire arena with total composure. I ordered security personnel to immediately remove the aggressive intruders because I did not know who they were. The sudden declaration echoed through the speakers, freezing my parents mid-step as the crowd gasped. I announced to the audience that I was a self-made orphan who built this entire legacy alone. 5 large security guards grabbed Gregory and dragged my screaming mother down the exit ramp. The stadium erupted into thunderous applause as the student body celebrated the ultimate public shutdown. My family wanted the most prominent seats in the building, but I ensured they received the most humiliating eviction. People often wonder why I concealed my immense wealth and lived off cheap noodles for years. In our household, sharing financial details was dangerous because my parents weaponized every dollar. When I needed essential dental work at age 16, Gregory claimed the family budget was completely empty. 2 weeks later, he purchased an expensive show horse for Madison simply because she had a stressful afternoon. 3 days after commencement, my corporate secretary informed me that 3 aggressive visitors were demanding entry. I permitted them to ascend to my executive suite, expecting a display of deep remorse or tearful apologies. Instead, Gregory marched inside and slammed a thick leather folder onto my desk with immense anger. Deanna hid behind dark glasses while Madison recorded video segments for her online followers. My father shouted that my public stunt had embarrassed the entire family name among high society. He demanded $5 million in immediate funding for a new lifestyle venture planned by Madison. My mother added that they were willing to forgive my behavior if I paid this financial penalty. They genuinely believed they still maintained control over my life, viewing me merely as an open bank account. I agreed to review their business proposal on the strict condition that they hand over all family accounting records. Greed completely blinded my father, forcing him to surrender their private financial documents to secure the check. I immediately bypassed traditional attorneys and hired elite federal forensic accountants to scrutinize their history. Within hours, my team uncovered a massive unauthorized withdrawal from my personal childhood education trust fund. The records proved Gregory stole $30,000 from my inheritance to purchase his luxury vehicle. I secretly purchased the vehicle loan, secured the legal title, and dispatched an emergency repossession team. We arrived at their penthouse garage with law enforcement while Madison was filming an online video beside the car. My father screamed about his parental rights, but the officers forced him away from the vehicle. I presented the official trust documents, revealing a penalty clause that transferred all family property to me following parental fraud. I informed my stunned parents that they were officially evicted from the apartment and had 1 hour to pack. I watched them depart inside a damaged public taxi rather than a luxury sports car. True retribution does not require loud arguments, it simply requires absolute silence and undeniable success.